I never forget, it was my eighth grade year, and we were participating in some sort of standardized test. I remember that. And a part of the eighth grade proficiency assessment, I believe that's what it was called. It's been some years, y'all. It's been over 20 years that I'm recalling. But I remember there was a speech part that we had to prepare. We had to prepare like a 5 or 10 minute speech, and it was on any topic that you like. And we had like 30 minutes to prepare for it, or 15 minutes to prepare for it. And I remember I wrote down all my little ideas. I was talking about a vacation that my family and I took. I thought that that would be something really exciting to talk about as an eighth grade mind. It didn't turn out well at all. I got up to the podium, I started speaking, and I was flowing really well with my ideas. And then as I looked down, I had my little points written down on a piece of paper. My mind went blank. Have you ever been in front of a group of people, or in front of on a stage, or even in like a small group, and suddenly your mind just goes blank? And then I looked down at the paper, I looked up at the audience, and then I started getting nervous. And now, once you get nervous, it's like a snowball effect. It's like an avalanche coming. It's like, wait a minute, now I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know why I'm saying what I'm saying. Where was I in my story? I literally paused and froze and became paralyzed by fear, by uncertainty, then I began to question my own ability. Like, wait a minute, why am I even up here? Wait, I am in class. They're telling me to write about something, but now my mind is starting to overthink what's going on. And I don't know if anybody can relate to what I'm saying. There's things that's happening in our lives right now that's like, hey, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on. Why am I even here? Why am I even doing what I'm doing? How am I even alive? How am I even functioning in this moment? Because everything is happening at once, and now you're getting nervous, and now you're getting afraid, and now you're becoming scared. Let me tell you something. For God has not blessed us with the spirit of fear, but by power and of love and of a sound mind. And in terms of that, we have to be sure and knowing that these things that we're going through are temporary. The things that we're going through in our lives are very temporary. They won't last forever. They're a season, just like the seasons are beginning to change now, even though today's supposed to be 97 degrees here in Charlotte. The seasons are definitely changing. September 22nd or 21st will bring in fall. Fall will then bring a different season. And there's different seasons, there's different activities underneath the sun that we must recognize that this is a part of life. This is something that we'll go through. We'll grow through what we go through, as the saying it goes. We'll continue to develop. We'll continue to be the best that we can be based upon the things that we've experienced. Now we'll have experience to be able to tell someone about the issues that we've overcome, the things that we've overcome. But if we sit there and dwell on the things that haven't happened, or if we have a moment where we're blanking out, there's not a way for us to be able to gain the focus that we need that will continue to power us to go along. That's why I always speak about community. Community is so important. Community is so important. The people that you place around you is so important, because the moment when you're standing at that podium and you're beginning to get nervous, isn't it cool to know you have someone in the crowd, that's going to cheer you on and say, that's right, tell them. That's right, you was talking about your childhood. Yeah, that's right, you were talking about, that's a good point right there. I can relate to what you're saying. Somebody to hype you up. The Holy Spirit is already in you, hyping you up, telling you this is what you need to say. But when it goes from the spirit to our head, that's when we start to question, like, wait, should I say that? Nah, I don't know if I should say that. I don't know how many times I've been before this camera, and I'm like, when I start to rationalize what I know God is telling me to tell you, I'm like, that's where the uncertainty comes in. The uncertainty is us. The Spirit speaks truth, but it's us that rationalize that, well, maybe I shouldn't say that at this moment, or you know what, that may be too much for them to handle, or I don't know how to quite phrase what I'm about to say. When you start doing that, and much like I did in my 8th grade speech, you'll start to pause and then you'll draw a blank. You're drawing a blank because you're trying to build it up you're trying to build up something that was already built up. My story was already written because I'd already lived it. And what Christ has already put before you has already been built. Everything is set. Everything that you'll ever experience in your life has been set. Do you believe that? Or do you feel like you have to craft it, you have to develop it? God already knows what you're going to do before you already thought about it. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, he knew you. So he knows what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. So we don't have to play a guessing game of what, God has to adjust to what we're doing. He already knows us. He knew us. He'll always know us. So we can't fool him. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and may God continue to bless you. It's Little Friday. It's almost payday for some people. It's maybe a long weekend coming up. Enjoy your day and take control of your day, because it's yours. And it depends on what you want to do with it.